I also feel like you don't really even want to show the other map. Like, you want to actually win this in a 2-0 fashion, because you don't want to, you don't want to show what's going to be happening in the third map. You don't want to show the comp. You don't want to show anything. Try to keep as much hidden as possible. But yeah, let the games
let's
begin.
see who is going to win this one. Is it going to be Winthrop, or is it going to be Red Canids winning this map before they go? Let's find out with Marks and Tenric.
Triad, as Ash put so well, Winthrop University is the 3rd seed, and so they must reveal some cards of their hand, and Red Canids is the 3rd seed, and so they must still take the stage. We still got some Valorant to play, and it is necessary Valorant. Red Canids purely trying to stop Winthrop University and force them to show themselves to the world more than they'd like to. Despite that, Ollie's still going to grab that first blood as Winthrop will take the attack here on Abyss. Move showing his chamber cut off on mid as well.
It's already all falling apart currently, and we've just started the pistol round. I mean, I was about to say, oh, they've got Ali on Sage jail, but actually it's like they're trapped in the cage with Ali on Sage, just completely just dominating it. And it really is just down to the 1v1s across the map that Winthrop University are just winning out. And as a result of that, like, it's 5v2, so should be a pretty easy plant down and a pretty easy pistol round here for Winthrop University.
Very cut and dry after those opening kills grabbed on the other ends. Good patience by Ali. Great aim by Moobs. Fantastic round by Winthrop University. If neither of these last two players, the two newest additions to Red Canids, can get anything done. Nice turn from Infiltrator, quickly stopped. Slow orb to facilitate the rest of the fight. Governor makes it just in time for Gabshees to only be able to manage one, and it's another pistol for the collegiate squad.
And it's so funny, like, Governor at this point is just so comfortable with just running at the other team. Like, y'all hiding over there? Well, guess what? The initiator's coming for you. And it's just so aggressive, which previously, like during challengers, we've kind of called that throwing, kind of, because we saw Governor out of position, just getting caught consistently. Except this time around, like, I don't know, maybe the additional reps, maybe the additional practice with getting used to the squad on Winthrop University has really just paid off in dividends, because, they're playing off of Governor like they would on Infiltrator in some of those scenarios, and it's working out pretty well for Winthrop University.
If anything, it places a bit of a mental strain on the competition too, especially when guns are bare bones like this. It's like hearing your friend come towards you in hide and seek saying, bro, they found us, Like, Governor is that guy that's making you fear what's coming to you just by walking towards you. Some great pistol kills again, thanks to Red Canids' patience this time, but the crowd is quickly cleared away, and Winthrop University will take their sweet time until it comes to them. Gabshees.
Oh no.
Just thinking about everything, man. What could he have changed?
That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And hey, on the bright side, you deny the fact that Winthrop University were not able to plant that spike down. So you can at least walk away with one of those types of things. But yeah, I mean, it's just a pretty set and clear round that time around. Red Canids, they run at them. Winthrop University, they just kind of dig their heels in and wait for them to just run into their crossfires. And, well, Winthrop University kind of just handed the baton left, right, and center, because look at that, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1. So everything nice and even across Winthrop. They're bringing in an Odin on this round too, so they were able to carry out that gun across here. And Red Canids, sure, they've got their rifles here, but they still need to kind of pull the straps together. There's no way that Ali's going for this play.
I think everyone's having a little bit of fun with it. And, I mean, he will find FRZ.
Wow.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh, I love it. Let's see some more of that.
Paper Rex taking notes, by the way.
All right, Infiltrator on this Yoru is fun. The Abyss comp for Winthrop, I mean, we haven't seen it in months and months and months, so I was really curious what they were going to do with this, especially when, again, Abyss is in a transition period at the moment. And I do really enjoy the single controller Astra with Ollie still on this Sage. I think it allows for a lot of unorthodox setups that it's tough to approach without kind of having to, again, like kind of sequence stuff out, because you have to wait for slow orb number 1, suck number 1, slow orb number 2, walls up. Now you have Governor's util to deal with now that he's back on the Sova. It feels like Winthrop is very easily able to elongate these post plants, just as you saw here. I mean, again, not to say against this is a team, against a team that, is without consequence, but it feels very replicable for Winthrop going forward.
Yeah, and like the vibes are at an all-time high. Oh,
For sure.
Oh, whoa! You hate to see that happen.
That's like the third time he's missed him too. And the camera's right next to him too, so he knows they're catching all of them.
Oh, that's one of those moments where I'm getting secondhand embarrassment by but we're just gonna scooch on past that one, because moving into this next round, like, Ali's got the resurrection online, and well, we've talked about how impactful that ultimate has been, more as like, you know, a baiting tool to secure Ali a kill, and somehow they're able to still stay alive in the middle of all of this one. But at the same time, we kind of know how Red Canids like to play this composition on this map, thanks to a little bit of studying from that 6 Karma match. Maestro, though, going fishing this time, very aggressive moving forwards here, goes around, gets the spot, as actually Governor falls down. It's Brazen coming out on top.
You see, this is the kind of stuff I want to see. And look at his aim! Red Canids weren't not tuned in on Corrode here. They were still locked. It was purely the top down that was really troubling them. And so moments like that, Red Canids can farm those and keep Winthrop on their toes, force them again to show these extra rounds of the playbook that they may have up their sleeve that they would want to save for future opponents.
And well, we get to see Ali actually drop the resurrect, but fortunately no kills come around this time. So we'll be counting to see whether or not that happens, but it's just the map control from Winthrop University. We've seen them just kind of run around quite a bit, but they're doing their due diligence of checking every single nook and cranny as they move in there. Infiltrator, I don't think that bolt was meant for him, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. They're walking into a bit of a trap here. Maestro's able to find Glyph, and Gab's able to find another.
And Maestro still kicking. First bit of chunk onto Infiltrator. Now has to watch these off angles, and with 12 seconds to go, it's a tight squeeze, but Infiltrator's just barely able to manage it. Just in time for FRZ to make it back in the sightline of Governor, but there is still more health on him than there is on the 2 remaining members of WU combined. Is this where Red Canids gets on the board? Trollopsing over heaven. Infiltrator's gonna spot him soon. Oh, unless he doesn't turn. That's FRZ for 1. Governor has the confirmation. And a shock dart and a recon. He can play it safe first. Oh, he won't though! And we got a round on the board for Red Canids here. That's a great patient retake from FRZ after the reposition.
And I do want to highlight, you know, the importance right now, if you are on the side of Red Canids, to continue to just pull out as much as you can in this. I know it's kind of hard given the scenario, understanding that you're no longer going to be able to play into the Ascension tournament, but at the same time, like, this is still a showcase for the players to demonstrate what they're capable of playing as a squad together, playing things so well together, because once again, a lot of these teams kind of take a look at this type of tournament to scout out for their future teams. And so I really hope that, you know, on the side of Red Canids, they're not giving themselves up. They have to give themselves that credit, because we know that their Abyss is a pretty strong map, especially with the composition that they like to play.
Woo, Maestro just holding that down, daring Infiltrator to TP. He doesn't and gets punished. And so once again, like you said, if Red Canids can keep unleashing these little moments, that's a nice bit of revenge, at the very least, going the way of the team that tossed you down. Winthrop gonna spread themselves a little thinner here. Try to maybe scrim it out a tad. Moob's just walking up here, and the drone will make it a 1v effectively, but on the purely running back. Yeah, Maestro has a very easy frag off of that. We haven't even taken over the B site yet, so this is a little roughneck for Winthrop. Nice kills by FRZ, and Maestro's there to meet it too. That's a great crunch from Red Canids. Once again, very well met.
Yeah, and there we go. Like, we're starting to see Red Canids right now pull their socks up a little bit, you know, play the Valorant that we're expecting them to play. Compared to those first rounds where it was very scattered and kind of all over the place, it's looking a lot better coming in from that squad. And okay, sure, you know, on the side of Winthrop University, we made it, woohoo, this is an easy one. Yeah, but that overconfidence will start to show a couple of gaps in your things, like Moobs pushing up that far without really any safety. Those are those little moments that Red Canids can really start to try and pull themselves back into this matchup. But Moobs starts it out with a pick onto Maestro. Will immediately get traded back though, so neither here nor there with Winthrop University. A little bit better for it, given the weaponry in their hands.
Once again, Prozine gonna try and take space off of that kill. It's always about Just creating those checkpoints, those stopgaps. And do they read this? Certainly don't look like it, do it? No.
You want to find it?
That is glorious, Prozine.
Spike down B.
I'm back.
Simply magical. Oh, come on, give it to him. DJ, play my song. Come on. Oh, okay. Shame. But it is a tie game now. I mean, that's just a great decision from Prozine, just to get, again, closer to it. Keep conditioning it until they read it, and then switch it up. But until then, brother, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing.
Who's next?
Yeah, no, I don't want to say that Winthrop University are kind of like letting up a little bit too much here, but I think that was a round where it was very much the case. When we took a look at Abyss and Corrode and how they were kind of playing off of one another, one of the things I complimented about Winthrop is even though they give up a lot of the space, they're making sure that they're checking all of their corners, clearing things back, making it nice and clean. And that time around, it's just simply not checking that corner. And as a result of that, they lose the round. And so we are going to be seeing a timeout. Imagine it's just to be like, hey guys, listen, we know you've already made it, but don't let it kind of slip away here. This is still an excellent opportunity for us to get a little bit more practice on a map that we don't really have that many reps in. And especially too with this new composition that we've been busting out, this is an excellent time to try and, you know, do some of those types of strategies that we've been cooking up.
That's so true. I can't imagine how much more difficult it is to try to convince teams to play on a map that's already been reworked. So coming into the rest of this Ascension, I can imagine might be harder finding other teams' time. Treasure this practice while you can. It'll be good. And how about you wrap it up so you don't have to give away more of your playbook?
Unless that's the big brain play. They want more scrim practice. They want more opportunities to try new crazy things out. And the only time that they're going to be able to do it, given the tight schedule, is if they do it right here. And so
yeah, they're in a custom for all they care now.
Oh, I really hope not. But
they got ghost mode on.
Well, that's why we've been seeing Glyph fly around the map. I'm kidding. But, you know.
Double's dead.
Respectful pick by Maestro. Moobs, no coverage. Winthrop once again looking for the default picks first. Not finding a thing.
Speaking of nifty ideas, the teleport all the way around, just kind of letting your chamber and Yoru watch that long sight line. Bit of an interesting play. And you could see the intention of trying to find that pick, but Red Cannon's able to actually escape in time before things kind of get out of hand. So one of those new ideas that we see Winthrop University just testing out here doesn't quite work out for their time, but right now they're taking a lot of that middle space, and it's going to be on FRZ to potentially slow this one down.
Could spring the trigger with these ultis anytime, and FRZ sees the moment with the Steel Guard, and now here's the pack, and
30 seconds left.
Winthrop is gonna... Oh, T's playing into it, but Governor really just stalling a little bit as the wall gets set up, and Winthrop will use that to snake all the way back through mid over to A side as the Steel Garden will go ahead and expend itself. Whew! What a strange hero's journey this team has been on this round, and it results in some cutoff in mid. Governor playing that to save face, though, so Maestro has to chip with the shorty. He only got to do 7 damage, though, so it's not too hard. 2 members of Winthrop left to cut through, and Moobs with the tour de force. Yeah, has to stay static. Ali versus the world here, and can only find gaps in the framework of Red Canids' takeover. So they will take the lead here on Abyss on defense. Again, a terrific way to just sort of muffle the discipline that Winthrop University may be shedding in a moment where they feel safe.
Yeah, they're starting to get their momentum back. Like, the players seem more chatty, seem more dialed in right now on the side of Red Canids. So see how Winthrop University really want to mitigate that, because at the same time, like, you know, all joking aside, it would be nice if Winthrop could kind of wrap this one up so they can save that playbook. But more importantly, they've got more time to kind of rest up and review the things that have kind of gone on in today. But, you know, just kind of sending it because at this point, you're simply not caring. Like, that type of attitude isn't really going to cut it, especially when you kind of make deeper runs into Ascension. Infiltrator, though, nice little one piece as Prosit actually finds two.
Spike down B.
Once again, so forward on the window, and with the help of the Hunter's Fury, he doesn't have to worry about too many off angles. It's such a great play down B main again coming out of Red Canids. And yeah, that drone falls on empty eyes and ears. Nobody's even looking at the spike. They'd rather go for the frags. They'd rather go for the prac. Big swing on a moops. Confidence
Whoa.
just so crazy from Prozine now that they don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, Prozine honestly has been turning it up, and finally Winthrop University will end on this site. 2v4 here.
Spike
Glyph playing inside of the smoke right now. Might find a timing.
Yeah. Up on the grass. Oh, Glyph is the one that finds it. Gabshees puts a stop to that. 2v1. Governor, not many places you can default to here, especially with the smoke on the link. And now that jump peak going to guarantee his position. Has to extend to avoid the relay bolt. And now the rest of Red is here. Just climb on, take that spike pretty safely. You do have the Hunter's Fury here. Oh no, he has to fight it. Oh, you missed it too. That's tragic. That could have been a little close. But again, it doesn't feel very consequential at the moment. So I feel like, yeah, this is a little laid back. If anything, Winthrop may be playing a little antithetical to how they normally do, so they don't give anything away on purpose.
I do genuinely wonder how much of the case that actually is. Hawson, this round kind of had a pop-off moment, and
Yeah.
generally speaking, these last couple of rounds, really, that Omen has been, you know, finding a lot of value, finding a lot of timings on some of the gaps that have been kind of coming through from Winthrop University's attacking side. And right now, Prosin sitting at a nice, easy 11 kills compared to everybody else in the lobby, has honestly been kind of the leading force. And once again, was kind of that player that a lot of people were kind of taking a look at as FRZ finds moves.
And yet again, you can just set up for the long term here for Red.
You will not kill my allies.
And RGL sprays on Ollie through the smoke too. I mean, it's such strange gaps that they're finding here.
Here.
And again, it just, I don't know, something about the way that WU is trying to press. Just obviously, there's a little less enthusiasm behind it. I'm just a little floored by how weak this looks off Red. I mean, if the teams see this as an exposure, if the teams see moments where this looks genuine, this looks actually like a weak spot, I mean, that is a huge third seed
30
diff that
seconds left.
that could impact WU in the long run.
Oh, it's gonna be 4v3 on this retake. Central Drift going to be online from Maestro.
On my mark.
Guarantee at least the positioning as Infiltrator has kind of been starting to heat up a bit.
I'm back.
Maestro just going to bring the fight closer to him. 1v1 against Infiltrator, and Maestro wins it.
One enemy remaining.
Cataclysm on the site. FRZ with the flank. Another guarantee of a round. Governor has no chance. Yeah, he's not even... He's going to get swarmed before he ulties. He sees too much blood in the water.
And yeah, another round for Red Canids. As it really... it's these weird gaps, man. Like, it's like Winthrop University. They... Not that they've lost all the steam there, but Red Canids are starting to really showcase some of the prowess that they've got. Obviously, Infiltrator's starting to turn up a little bit more, but this is actually enough to force out a timeout yet again from the side of Winthrop University, because it's... I mean, the coaches don't look like they're having a great time, despite what the players like earlier, seeing them dab each other up. This is one of those moments right now where it's like, hey, like, you know, we're on display for the world here. Like, let's try and cool things down. Let's make this a lot cleaner, because this is one of those weirder maps where we haven't really seen Winthrop University get as many reps in. So, you know, another timeout, hopefully trying to mitigate a lot of what is going on. But Red Canids right now really looking like they are poised to force out that map number 3.
Yeah, it feels like we're definitely on the precipice of Red Canids finding their step, finding their stride. It's when you dance like no one's watching that you dance your best.
I do wonder, like, how much of this is because that pressure is more or less like relieved now, you know? So it's not like they're sitting there just counting the rounds that are going to lead to their demise, and they can just sit down, you know, heads are clear. We've got nothing to prove to anybody at this point besides ourselves. So let's lock in and let's play a good game of Valorant. And right now, like, you know, after that timeout that we saw after Winthrop got those 3 in a row, they really do seem like they've just kind of gotten right back into work and are playing their game the way that they want to. While Winthrop University has really just kind of gotten loosey and goosey with it.
Cutting through.
Once again, more than one way to gut this fish. And if you can force Winthrop to be so dead on arrival in the rest of this Swiss stage, I think you should be happy with your season.
Wow.
Spike down B.
Great checkpoint
One enemy remaining.
this time around. And yeah, a far cry from an attempt here with the pistols on Winthrop's side. The pack just runs it down. So an inevitable 7-3 in the cards here for Red Canids on the defense, leading to, I mean, really endless resources. And they are still refusing to buckle and just kind of scrap it out. Like, it seems like Winthrop's kind of intending to every once in a while. I think that this is great, forcing them to kind of keep themselves on their toes, keep their respect, and understand how close the margin could be, you know, for Winthrop to be in that same position.
Yeah, and like right here, I really have to question what the play was. Was it simply just to win off of the swings, despite the fact that they have no utility flying out? Because it kind of seemed like it. Like they were just like, well, let's just walk in. And then obviously Red Can is just holding a crossfire, able to just mow them down because the players of Winthrop University can't look in 2 directions at the exact same time. So this one is really starting to slip away. Maestro taking a lot of damage right off the rip here. But Winthrop University just looking at getting that orb online. And now they've got a lot of their ultimates here as Moobs finally finds that opening kill against FRZ. It's been a while since we've seen Winthrop be able to find that first blood, but that means maybe this round can start to turn around a little bit more in their favor.
With Maestro down to 30, you've got a couple ideas you can work with from here. If this is all they wanted, just moves with an operator, they could have just said so. Rosine does find Ali on the lurk. Glyph is still hanging around, so the stack is not nearly as strong, and Moobs walks right into Maestro's LOS. Now you have the high tide set up, so Maestro can reset on the board. And Infiltrator doesn't feel nearly as confident. Has to back out of the paranoia first, then wait for this high tide to set. That timing is rough. Hunter's Fury, as the spike doesn't even get tapped yet. The fight just rages on. Infiltrator tries to play another body, and we'll get one on the way down. And Glyph just barely escapes the firing from Gobshis. That's the position guaranteed, and surely the round with it. Yes, indeed. Winthrop University, after a 7-round slump, is back on the board and has lessened the gap to 3.
Yeah, there we go. There were a lot more signs of life coming through from Winthrop University that time. Like, we saw different crossfires being set up, good playing off of the different utility coming through. And even then, it wasn't exactly a clean round. The Hunter series was absolutely pivotal to try and force the members out. And that's the level of coordination that we really expect from Winthrop University that really felt like it was lacking on those last 7 rounds. And so they have the chance now of making it that 7-5 half, but Red Canids, once again, they are just playing the best game that they can because they've got nothing to lose right now. So they're going to make sure that they're going to force the issue. They don't want to be going home here, just taking no maps off of their opponents at all. It's Maestro holding the operator so close by.
Trying to stay stiff in this last round of the half. Make sure that Winthrop can't read into anything, can't evolve, even if they do get this last round. Ambitious for Maestro, and it pays off.
Spike down A.
Oh, Dimensional Drift being teased for us right now. It's the last round, a lot of ultimates, like I said, so might as well make use of the moves. 1 away from 2 to force as well.
Yeah, he just has that feeling about RGL. I can't finalize him though, and in the meantime, Maestro deals with Ali on the flank as well. Maestro, that's 3! Hello? Infiltrator, TP's back to main. Spike is still stuck here though. Oops, walking up, has the angle with Heaven, and Gobshis is watching it.
30 seconds left.
Bare bones. And they crumble to dust. That'll be 4 for Maestro. Ah, Gavshi steals it first. 8-4 half in favor of Red Canids here on the defense. I'm very impressed by how good of a game these guys are playing. Like that's like purely it.
Yeah, it's looking really good right now from Red Canids. Once again, they're playing the way that they want to play here, and a lot of that kind of discipline from Winthrop University, it feels like it's just kind of been sucked out of them completely. Earlier in the matchup, when we saw, they were so confident taking these duels, you know, playing that game where they send people around, take these different angles, and we're confident that, you know, Ali's gonna walk away with one. Governor's somehow gonna be able to clutch it up. Moves gonna be good for it, finds a couple of kills, but every single time this time around, maybe it is a little bit of a confidence thing as well. When they take those swings, they're getting away with nothing. And then when that's the case, then you know what? It is Red Canids who have themselves stacked up, are playing together where they're able to take those trades and win things out. It feels like such a simple premise, but I genuinely think Winthrop University, like, they took their foot so far off the gas pedal because they were just so confident and so happy to qualify that really they are letting this map slip away from them, which will mean they've got to play at least one more.
Yeah, for this to extend even further would certainly not be perfect for Winthrop University. It would be really difficult to see any level of deflation right at the tail end of this group stage. You know, it's a 3-day gap, but this will still be the last, you know, kind of impression that you leave until then. And so if Winthrop can't kind of get that swag back now, they could still walk into that Swiss stage brutally defeated.
And think about this too, right? Like, talking about the whole like mental game here. You so confident we're winning, and then all of a sudden get kind of rolled by Red Canids, the team that didn't even qualify for Ascension. You're always gonna keep that in the back of your mind as well when you get to the actual Ascension, where it's like, oh, you know, we weren't as confident as we are. There are gaps in our gameplay. There are moments that we're gonna be crashing out, and you know, it was on full display for everybody to kind of see. And that introduces yet another variable that the players might have to mentally consider when they actually get into the Ascension tournament, especially against teams where the individual skill level might be a little bit higher than Winthrop University's. So this is the time where they've got to start cleaning things up. They got to start crossing their T's, dotting their I's. They got to start pulling this one back. And it starts now on this defense. They're 4 rounds done. They've got to get this pistol if they want a chance at tying things up.
Winthrop wants to make this Red Canids last half of the season. That is the best outcome they can get here. Holding staunch. This controller and Senti setup. Beautiful paranoia out that Maestro just collapses on. Glyph takes some very intuitive shots that cut him down to 39 HP though. And it'll necessitate a second push on top of the high tide that is set up by RGL. Governor, caught by FRZ as well. No off angles allowed. It's purely the fight on site. Treasure it while it lasts. It won't last long. Prozine in the back can't get a thing done while Infiltrator tears it through. And now they'll start tapping the spike, generating that extra pressure. Prozine now getting a free kill. Everyone on the site crunching back. And Red Canids make it 9.
Prozine heating up yet again, and look at that, a smile on the faces of some of the Red Canids players. I feel like at this point it might be almost interesting to take like a psychological test of like how things are going, like make a study about this, because it's so like the momentum has completely shifted around. Winthrop University went from sailing on top of the world to just simply not able to do a thing. And Red Canids right now are at their way to making double digits in this map, and closer and closer to forcing out that map number 3.
Mere inches out. They jump the gun here. Those are the timings that FRZ kills for. I mean, this is an easy 2-piece, right?
Deficient. Rip and tear.
He hasn't read this yet. Yeah, I think Governor's got him.
Oh man.
Oh, he's gonna wait. Ah, perfect timing. That's 2.
Spike down A.
Shadows traveling.
Speaking of not checking your corners, sometimes it comes back the other way. Infiltrator, though, in this back line, but Maestro's got that read, and so it's going to be all up to Glyph, who, once again, has been having a really good day, but this map, once again, being a bit more quiet. The Astra not lending itself to kind of that aggressive Omen style that we've seen Glyph play. So, Red Canids looking like they're on their path right now to secure that map number 3.
What does it mean if Winthrop end up losing this match? What exactly does that
Like spiritually?
Like, if anything, it's purely a statement, no? Because it's like, I mean, so many people would just be like, you're screaming into the void, man. What does it matter?
Yeah.
And it's like, I just, this is not a situation in which you let up. This is not a situation in which you like, you're like, oh man, have fun with it. Like, lock this down, dude. You're the 3rd seed. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think that it comes down to kind of like that mindset, right? Like, you know, you don't give up, you just keep on going and you get the practice in, but you still secure that you are a good team, because ultimately the belief in yourself is really important when it comes to these types of esports, right? And this still will introduce a couple of cracks into the foundation of Winthrop University's ego if they end up losing this map, end up losing this series. And sure, that could be something that they have to like go back and kind of take a look at, but like, I have to admit, if they lose this map, you know, it goes from, woohoo, we made Ascension, to, okay, we made Ascension, and we're feeling a little bit deflated, you know?
Right. Yeah, the vibes, like, take such a huge hit. And for many of these guys, it's their first LAN. For many of these guys, it's their first time even, like, playing with each other in person, like, you know, sans boot camps, maybe.
Yeah.
First crowd for some, first international event for some, highest stakes for some. It's like, oh, another one. Please.
I was like, please, Governor, please. don't let this happen. Oh man. Well, Spike gonna be going down now. Winthrop University 5v4 onto this retake. See what moves can do. Is able to at least find one.
Just spray down the smoke. He's low. Not dead yet, though. There you go. All right, we clean that up. How much can RGL get along the way? Only 1. Okay, there is your stabilizer for Winthrop University. The bonus is taken. They're on the right track here. And I mean, it's tough to establish that you would rather retake with a composition like this, but I mean, with all that you're willing to just kind of wait out, once it expires, you still have a decent time as that spike is taken away. That might be the better call for the defense.
Yeah, I kind of agree too. Like, they don't necessarily have the tools to stall things out as much. A lot of that is going to have to kind of fall on the backs of Ali as well as Glyph. But moves, you know, you're expecting moves to be able to hold down some of these extremely long angles, shut down some of these lanes, leave them kind of being that solo agent on one of these sites, while you'll let the rest of the squad kind of explore. And especially with, you know, that stable defense, then that's an excellent time for Infiltrator to try and get some things online. But they have to be so cautious about some of these traps that kind of get set up here. And very early Hunter's Fury from Governor, actually able to find a pick, almost finds Prosen, but it's going to be the Shadow Step that allows them to get out of line, just to make sure that that's not a guaranteed kill.
Remove.
Nice altitude that Ali's taken to get like that damage pool without anybody being able to turn onto him quick.
What a crazy wall, just around the corner, you know?
Like, when he spins that out, like I really see the vision.
And now taking a look at the map, like the trademark should be able to get that information of where people are going. Especially with some of the utility being tossed over, and Winthrop University should be able to make their way over Cliff, though has to just kind of stay alive. If FRC finds that kill, that could be huge.
Maestro is always playing off of himself. At this point, is very keen to it.
Here we go.
Moves, Raid Boss holding it down. I think that Winthrop are starting to get very attuned to like the micro mannerisms of Red Canids, like how often Maestro will flash off himself, what angle he decides to flash off of. The nature of which RGL kind of dances around his own high tide. Like the positioning that Red Canids goes for can become very readable if you get continuous intel, and I think Governor is doing a good job of keeping a good watchdog presence.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, he's a pit bull though, so I don't know how he's able to do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Had to bring that one back around. Huh?
That's the last one I'll do.
Okay. I'm keeping tallies here, Tenrek. We're gonna hold you accountable to this, okay?
I'm sorry.
Oh man. Well, once again, like that round pivotal, but it was really off of the back of moves, right? Like I just talked about how so much of this is based around moves being able to find those kills and really anchor down one of those sites. A bit of a change up is a welcome pace coming through from Winthrop University this time around. It's gonna be a 3 stack towards that B side and 2 onto A, while they just kind of watch mid, given the fact that they can kind of walk things up. Governor gonna be first contact there and gets the information that they are pushing through, and that's gonna be good information for Glyph and Ali to now get ready for this pressure.
Ali, once again, has a bevy of witnesses here. Secret TB from Prozine. I like this. Oh, wow. That was a little far for him to get that one.
Boy.
Hey, you know what time it is? Oh, FRZ's quick to it. Wow. All right. And Infiltrator's the only one standing. After all is said and done, actually. That Heaven spam was a little torturous. And that TP from Prozine was everything to cut this in twain. Infiltrator's got to do everything. And he's got the 2 flashes. Doesn't have to use one against FRZ. Who's next? We're both in the back hall? Oh, Gobshies is just going to get there before he even starts. Nope, drop down. You missed your window. Prozine's got it, though. God, he is locked in, dude.
Yeah, Prosin has been just playing an absolute banger of a game here, but once again, like, I have to give credit where credit's due. RGL Meister's TPs have been phenomenal. The amount of value that they've been getting off of this Omen, just TPing into the backline, into these unconventional spots, like it almost feels like a blind spot in Winthrop University's plans. And so then they just kind of get stabbed in the back. They're not too sure where to look. And sure, Governor finds a position there, but it's the grouping up yet again that we get to see from Red Canids that makes sure that they are able to secure some of these rounds, as they're now 2 away from taking us to Lotus. And once again, Winthrop University, they need to walk out of this one feeling nice and confident, entering into the Ascension tournament. Boobs getting that first kill is a good way to start it, but they have to start to pull this back if they want to walk away, holding their heads nice and high, because they've got that confidence of winning it without dropping a single map.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to spin this back and come out of the round robin group stage 4-0, it's the entire opposite of how this map has felt thus far. You are walking in heads held so high with 3 days of rest and prep in the arena that you've already gotten to play in, that audience that you've already gotten to kind of get used to watching you. In other ways, the disadvantages become advantages. Moobs. That operator is still an ever-present threat.
Decoy.
Still a conventional attack the whole way through, though. Maestro doing his frontline thing, and he's going to get one on the board after ducking back behind the high tide once more. Such a great rhythm established with this Harbor util, truly. Dimensional drift time from Infiltrator, as the rest of the team will hop on as the spike ticks away. Not much time to work with here, so Winthrop are kind of expediting a tad bit. Glyph kind of just running it down, and it'll lead to Red Canids having a very easy fight this time around. Good Lord, that's another 3 for Maestro.
Yeah, it really just felt like Winthrop were throwing their bodies onto the site, and you know, like it's one of those moments where they're just kind of running in, hoping to find those kills, hoping to find that Infiltrator magic. They don't get anything, and as a matter of fact, they get sent home in body bags. And now it's down onto map point. Map 3 just around the horizon moves. Still kind of holding on to that site, but does get shut down. The rest of Winthrop University, their grip slowly loosening on this one. As at this point, map 3 almost feels like an inevitability.
6 rounds that Red Canids have to play with to keep this party going, to have a little more time in the Americas spotlight. No bombastic opening this time.
And it's this like mid pressure that we've always seen Red Canids apply these last couple of rounds. The conditioning kind of being set up there, And so as a result of that, like Winthrop University, they're just not interested at this point. They just completely yield that and just kind of hope that their stack is going to be good on the actual sites. Boobs so far up here, 2 other force in hand. Looking for someone to poke their head around. Never mind, we'll take that, but can't quite secure the kill, and so it's traded back over. Door is wide open for Red Canids to get that spike down.
Commits to the bit to try to find RGL, and the TDF is gone. Infiltrator's position is nigh meaningless.
30 seconds left.
WU completely walled away. And yeah, FRZ feeling good at this point. He's gonna get active. And all the Red Canids can have an excuse too. Ali, another bait TP. Oh yeah! Backs into Maestro. And it's gotta be only him. Red Canids have so much to launch. We got a little more VALORANT to play, and Red Canids have a little more of themselves to show. Same can be said for Winthrop University. They apparently still must keep on proving themselves.
Yeah, they really do have to do that, and that is an excellent map win for Red Canids. It really does feel like Abyss is one of their better maps. It's going to be their first map that they're able to pick up on the day, and sure, they are eliminated, but still, you got to have a good showing while you are in front of everybody. Winthrop University really just kind of letting off of things quite a bit. I mean, obviously, you know, they've already qualified for Ascension, but a lot of that playstyle, a lot of that, like, hey, we know that